I love party games. You've got your Jackboxes, your Bomber Boys, and of course your Cooking Mamas. If it had split screen, you bet your sweet ass I was going to play it with my friends. It didn't matter if that meant I was going to end up kicked out of Jimmy's house for making him cry. No, Jimmy, stop being a baby. I'm not going to steal the star from someone else just because it's your GameCube. Party games have always been the perfect way to start an argument with your friends. You could argue with someone playing Monopoly over them stealing money from the bank, or you could boot up the old copy of Monkey Ball and see who was really the king of the bananas. It didn't matter how trash the party game was, if you could play split screen, I was ready to throw down. Party games were a lost art back in the day. You didn't have online games. If you wanted to play against your friends, you had to bust out the extra controllers, and someone was going to be stuck using the controller that looked like it was left inside the oven while you made pizza rolls. Party games used to be the go-to when you finally had everyone over for your family's New Year's party. It wasn't something you could play all the time, but when you got the chance to bust out the controllers and pop in Mario Party, you knew someone was going to quit halfway because they couldn't handle a minigame. But over the years, party games started to slowly disappear. At first, it was just games moving to online multiplayer like Halo 2. But eventually, games started to get rid of split screen altogether. See, party games were fun because it wasn't just playing an online game. It was special when you had your friends over and got to play something like Fusion Frenzy. There was something special about playing a game with that controller nobody wanted to use, but still winning because your friends didn't know how to time a jump. Yeah, you had games like Left 4 Dead and Halo where you could play with all your friends, but it wasn't the same as setting up a piece of cardboard on your TV so nobody could screen look. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved these games. Everyone I knew played Halo 3, we used to play custom games all the time, and yeah, Nintendo had stuff like WarioWare and Wii Sports, which is still the closest I've ever gotten to a real sport. Sitting around while everyone tried to shake a Wii remote back and forth wasn't the same as everyone busting out the plastic guitars for Guitar Hero so we could play Hotel California for the 17th time that night. Online games kind of took over gaming for a while. Gone were the days of putting a hole in your hand playing Mario Party. Now it was all about loading up a lobby and telling your friends they couldn't use the model 1887 because it was cheating. Loading up the Xbox and hopping into party chat was the way to go when you got home from school, but that meant you didn't get to sit there with all your friends crowded around the same TV. It's fun getting to play games with your friends online, but it's nowhere close to everyone yelling at each other while someone gets hit by a blue shell in Mario Kart. For a while, games just got rid of the experience of a group of people sitting on a couch together. Games like Halo got rid of split screen, and there wasn't anything coming out with the option to play games offline. Or they still had to hold on to that Nintendo 64 for the rare chance that everyone wanted to throw down on Smash Brothers. But even with developers trying to get rid of local multiplayer, people still wanted something they could play together. Since then, we've gotten games like Jackbox, Lethal League, and Boomerang Fu. While most big developers decided to give up on local multiplayer, indie developers stepped up. They realized people still love playing games together with friends. It's not just about being able to play something together online. When you play a party game with people, you get the experience of everyone crowded around, getting excited at what's going to happen. When someone has a really good answer on Quiplash, everyone starts cracking up. Or everyone starts to get hyped up when you have a clutch bunt on Lethal League. The room goes silent for a second just to break out into a frenzy when someone connects with it. Party games aren't just about the games themselves. It's about the atmosphere that comes with them. When you have a whole bunch of friends over to play a party game, you get to hang out with your friends. You get to see people get into them and have fun side by side. Big developers might not realize just how important it is to have these games, but that doesn't mean there isn't a place for them anymore. Nintendo made the switch because they realized how important it is to play games with people side by side. And looking at the sales for it, there's no denying that people still love these games. Nowadays, Jimmy isn't crying about losing his star in Mario Party. Instead, we're getting a noise complaint because everyone started screaming over that one red shell that cost him first place. And that's why party games hit different nowadays. As always, have a good one. Peace.